Hi everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Talking Cardboard. My name is Cory, and on this episode I go over a few of the games that I picked up over last weekend at a board game swap. It was a swap that took place in the basement of a local church where people and different vendors had tables set up trying to get rid of the games they no longer wanted, just some old games, some new games, and let's show you what I got. And the first game I picked up at the swap sale was Isle of Skye, a tile placement game by Alexander Pfister and Andreas Pelikan. Alexander Pfister, one of my all-time favorite designers, currently has designed a few games that are near my top 100 list of all time, and I just adore them. This is the only game out of the three that I'm about to discuss in this video that I have currently got to the table. My wife and I played a game of it and so far have thoroughly enjoyed it. Although it be only one play, it's not much to go off of at the moment, but for the time being, we can tell that this is really a game for us, and I think really a game for a lot of, it can appeal to a lot of people. So in Isle of Skye, it is a tile placement game where everybody has their own player screen, and the first player draws 3 tiles from the bag, then the next player draws 3 tiles around the table until everybody has 3 tiles behind their player screen. They also have all of their money hidden and a token that has an axe symbol on it, all hidden behind the screen. They have to choose one of the 3 tiles to axe or get rid of back to the bag by discarding it back to the bag, and the other 2 tiles they actually put a price on with their gold. They can put 1, 2, 3, 4, however much gold they want on top of each tile. So when everybody is ready around the table, the players all reveal what they have by taking away their player screen. And the price of the tiles is basically what you price for other players. Everybody, starting with the first player and going around the table, has an opportunity to buy 1 tile from one other player. If they buy that tile from you, they have to pay the purchase price that you set for that tile. So if I set that tile with a price of 4, one of my opponents to buy that tile would have to pay me 4 gold. I would get the gold that I had set the price with back to my hand as well, and they would get the tile, and then it follows around the table. Each player gets to buy 1 tile from another opponent. After that's all said and done, you place the tile, and it's got different basically different connections, like road connections and lakes and mountains and different houses and buildings and animals. And why that matters so much is there's a very unique scoring mechanism in this game where each round you score a different goal. Each round has a different goal that triggers. There's a total of 4 different goals that you set up randomly at the beginning of the game. I believe there's 15 different goals that you can have. 4 of them are set out random at the very beginning, and as you play each round, different goals trigger, sometimes multiple goals as well. So goal A will trigger in the first round. In the second round, it'll only be goal B, and then maybe the third round will be A and C. The 4th round might be B and C. The 5th round might be A, B, C, and D. You know, it varies. So you're going after different goals for each round. Very unique scoring mechanism, like I said. Very cool gameplay. It plays very quickly as well. I know on the box here, what does it say, about 60 minutes, which is correct. It took us probably a little bit less than that with 2 players, but it's anywhere from 2 to 5 players in about an hour time frame. Definitely does not overstay its welcome. A lot of fun so far. I know there's a couple expansions out for it as well, but just wanted to let you know that I picked this one up at the recent swap sale, and I'm very excited to keep playing it. The next game I picked up at the swap sale was Raptor. So Raptor is a 2-player only game, plays in about a half an hour, ages 10 plus, and it's got some very big name designers on this game as well. You've got Bruno Cathala and Bruno Fedudi. Definitely a duo that is well known for many other games, and they are a great designing duo. I've heard great things about Raptor and have not gotten it to the table yet, so I don't really know what to expect. I've done some research on it obviously before picking it up, and I got it for a great price at this sale too, so I'm very excited about that as well. But basically in Raptor, 2 players, like I said, 1 player plays the Velociraptors, the other player plays the scientists. The Velociraptors are trying to escape the scientists and get all the little ones off the board before all the scientists can capture the Velociraptors. So it's asymmetrical. The scientists are going after 1 goal, the Raptors are going after their own goal as well. But what is similar in this game is each player has a deck of 9 cards, or a hand of 9 cards, numbered 1 through 9. What's real cool about this gameplay is that the player who well, all the cards, all 9 cards have its own special ability on each card as well, which is a very powerful ability, but you only get to trigger that ability if the card played was lower than your opponent's card. So for example, if I played a 3 and my opponent played a 5, I would then get to play the special ability on my card. That 3, that numerical value of 3 would not necessarily matter for me, but I would get to play the special ability on that card. My opponent, having played the higher card, this is the other cool part, the higher card, you take the difference between the two. So if my opponent played a 5, I played a 3, I would carry out my special ability, then my opponent would take the difference between the 5 and 3, it being 2, and they would get to do 2 standard actions with whether they're the scientists or the velociraptors. So anywhere from moving to the velociraptors can eat the scientists, or the scientists can try to stun the raptors and do different things with those standard actions. So you've got 9 different special abilities that only trigger when you play the lower card, and then you've got the standard actions as well if you played the higher card. So for example, if somebody threw down a 9 and your opponent only threw down a 2, you would have 7 actions, which is a big deal. 7 actions to do whatever you want with your characters around the board. All in the meanwhile, the player who played the 2 wouldn't get to use the 2 for anything, but would get the special ability on that card and carry out that effect as well. So anyway, Raptor, that's all that I know about the game so far. I will follow up in future videos with more information as I get it to the table. And the last game that I picked up is a game called Kemet. So I'm sure most of you have heard about Kemet before. Kemet came out back in 2012 originally, and it is basically an ancient Egyptian style board game with characters and monsters, and has a heavy element of area control. That's basically the main style of this game is area control. You're going around the board with these different characters and different monsters that you can acquire throughout the game to try to take down your opponent in these different areas to gain points. The first person to a set amount of points is the player that wins the game. I hear that this game suffers a little bit from players who have played the game many times, always winning. It's definitely one of those games that the more you play, the better you get, and the more you can just trounce your opponent. But it really, really shines if you get a group of players that have played many times together and know exactly what they're doing, because there are many different special powers, special tiles that you can buy during your round 2, and those tiles, like I said, can get you anywhere from different monsters to play on the board and to move around and to attack with, to different special abilities. And some are better at defense, and some are better at attacking, and some are just have all these wild special abilities. And it just looks like a load of fun. It's a game I've been wanting to buy since 2012 and just haven't found the right opportunity to do so. And now that I found it at the swap sale for a very cheap price, actually, I couldn't pass it up. Also, we picked up one of the expansions for Kemet as well, is the Tassetti expansion, and this actually adds the black character power faction, so that will add a whole new list of recruits and other monsters that you can fight with, and different special powers to play with as well. We're definitely not going to add this one right away because it might add a little bit too much meat on top of what's already going to be a little bit more of a meaty game, but we are definitely excited to add this eventually to the base game of Kemet. So I believe that's 2 to 5 players and plays fairly quickly. I want to say in about an hour. Let me just double check that here. But I hear, yeah, an hour. So 2 to 5 players, plays in an hour. It says age limit is 13 plus. So you should be a little bit older to be able to understand this. I definitely want to be that right age. But I mean, a game as heavy as this, and with as much going on as it is, and it being area control, playing in only 60 minutes is definitely sounds like a winner to me. Get this to the table soon with the rest of the Talking Card Board crew and have some fun with it. And there you have it. That is the lineup of games that I got at my local swap sale over the last weekend. A lot of fun. A lot better turnout than I thought it would be. Everyone was very friendly, very nice, definitely willing to talk about the games that they were selling, to tell you what they liked about them, what maybe they didn't like about the games, just to kind of give you a feel of if you might enjoy the game. There was hundreds of games there. I could have definitely hurt the wallet a lot more than I did. So I am glad that I just walked away with these 3 games with 1 expansion, because it definitely could have been a lot more than that. So there you have it. We've got Isle of Skye, Raptor, Kemet with the Tassetti expansion. If you yourself have played any of these games, definitely leave comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts about these. If you still have them in your collection, or if you got rid of them out of your collection for any various reasons, I would definitely like to know that as well. And we will hopefully be getting these plenty of plays at the table and get some reviews out sometime soon for these as well. If you like what we're doing here, definitely consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, leaving comments below like I had said, and we'll get in a conversation. We are starting a Google Hangouts show here soon. We're going to try to do that every Wednesday night starting, I believe, this Wednesday. So hopefully we get that kicked off this week. If not, maybe the following week. But we're going to do some fun things chatting about games, different topics surrounding games. It's not only just going to be about reviews and games themselves, but it'll be about the industry too. And we're going to PAX Unplugged this year, so hopefully we'll get some interviews with designers, publishers, and other fairgoers as well to get all of their opinions on and thoughts on what they think of everything that's going on. The more opinions and the more thoughts on things, the better. So we will see you guys next time.